Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another live video. For the first time, I am back on my manga chapter reviews, live videos here for you guys. I'm going to change my lighting here because it looks like that lighting is pretty bad. That looks better for you guys. Anyways, this is going to be on Sachi-iro no One Room, chapter 35. It is the last current chapter right now out. I finally am done with these chapters. Sachi-iro no One Room, chapter 35 was an incredible chapter. It completely changed my point of view on these characters, and I'm done. I'm just done with these characters. Not really. But anyways, before I continue, a few things. One, if you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button if you guys don't mind. You'll be notified when I go live, like right now, or when I upload videos. Secondly, you guys can go check out my first 34 chapter reviews on this series. And then lastly, there is a spoiler alert because I will talk about this chapter in some detail. The 35th chapter. So in the 34th chapter, Oni-san fainted in the apartment of the investigators, and Sachi essentially went to a panic mode. Chapter 35 basically starts with her panicking, not knowing what to do, thinking that Oni-san is basically dying, and the detectives quickly try to help her and lend a hand. Sachi gets protective over Oni-san. Don't touch him, don't get close to him, he just want to hurt us. And obviously they don't, so the detectives get closer to her, and they eventually get Oni-san into the next room, and they even offer them to buy them some futons because they're still sleeping in cardboard boxes. So anyways, it ends up being a cold, nothing else, and the detectives give Sachi some medicine for Oni-san to take when he wakes up. Sachi waits until Oni-san wakes up, and Oni-san tells her it's just a cold, don't worry, I won't die about it. And Sachi basically starts realizing that she has survived this far, and she has been having a good life being kidnapped this far because of Oni-san. And she starts realizing that he always had the food ready, he always woke them up, he always had something for them to do, he always did everything, and Sachi basically was taking him for granted. So she eventually goes outside to get some air and talks to the detective, and the detective realizes that Sachi really does like Oni-san. At the same time, Oni-san is dreaming, and in his dream, he sees himself in a young age talking to this guy that we have seen before. We know nothing about this guy other than he was raised, or he raised Oni-san a bit of his life. Them talking about the future and them having a home together. Oni-san then notices that he's able to see himself in third person and able to see Sachi, and keeps wondering to himself, what is Sachi to him? And does he even want to kill himself anymore? So, that is in a nutshell the 35th chapter of Sachi-iro no One Room. Now, a few things that I think about it. One, Oni-san, we know his character completely changed in the 5th and 4th volume because he, in those volumes, became a person of who we thought was protective of Sachi, who was a person that was doing the right thing, even though it was considered kidnapping, to someone who wants to kill himself and was finding a reason not to. So now we're figuring out that he's battling with himself, either with him wanting to kill himself or not. We also see a new development in Sachi, in that Sachi is actually still the person that really likes Oni-san. She likes him more than we thought she did, especially in these past few chapters. Same thing, volume 4 and 5, Sachi kind of went haywire on us and suicidal in some point, and then she was almost becoming a murderer at the same time. So we didn't realize what was going on up to now, that they actually do like each other in some way or another. And Sachi is finally figuring it out that Oni-san does want the best from her in some way or another. So the relationship obviously is not as healthy as we thought the first 3 volumes. but it's not as bad as the fourth and fifth volume had pictured it. I definitely want to know what happens in the next few chapters, and I kind of feel like Oni-san is going to end up with some deadly disease, and he actually is wanting to kill himself before he gets to a point where he is going to die. So, I don't know. I could be wrong, but those are my predictions on this series. Guys, you guys should check this one out for sure. Like I said, there's 35 chapters already out, so go check them out. I have 35, including this video, videos on this series, so make sure you check them out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys have shown my channel. And if you guys have not been into the website down there below in the description, check it out. Buy some awesome anime and manga merch for a cheap price. And with nothing else to say, guys, thank you so much for your love and support. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.